Man, YouTube. I'm going home, man. It's time to go home. Today has been another adventurous day. I left the truck stop at about 9:35. Dispatch says that they can't get back in touch with the place I was supposed to pick up with yesterday to set up an appointment for today. So I'm glad I didn't get up at 7 o'clock and ride my happy butt over there. So it was about 4 options. And my whole thinking was like, I'm going to take the one that gives me the least amount of driving to get to the house tomorrow after I deliver. So it happened to be one that picked up in Birmingham and delivered in Birmingham. So I've been driving trucks for 5 years. I have roughly right at probably 3 years and 3 years and probably 2, maybe 3 months of actual over-the-road experience. Other experience was doing local and a year hauling sand in Texas. So when I hear a load that is going 26 miles, 26 miles for $400, I'm already knowing hey, buckle your seatbelts. It's about to be a show. So I get to the exit. Now mind you, I'm not that familiar with the area. I didn't know exactly where it was at. I looked at my Google Earth to confirm exactly where I was going, because I didn't really trust the GPS. But looked at the GPS. The GPS was telling me go east, like the imagery was saying go east, because it was 2 signs up there. It was 280 west, 280 east. But the GPS was making it seem like it wanted me to go east. So by the time I go east and get so far, like curving east to go east, I'm looking back at the GPS again. It's like, no, we need you to make a left and go west. And I said, oh my gosh. Now, I'm somewhat familiar with the road because that's where the Papados is. It's a lot of restaurants down there. It's Vestavia Hills, Alabama, which is just on the outskirts of Birmingham. And I also delivered a load down that road to a place. So I'm kind of familiar with it. And I'm like thinking to myself, there is absolutely nowhere I can turn around. And I wasn't going to turn around like in the congested traffic, because I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that because there's a lot going on. So I drive probably about 18 miles, man. Finally turn around, I come back. So I make the turn to the place, and it's like, you're gonna make a right. And when I'm looking, like the road, like look at my hand, the road does this. It just goes up and then goes that way. And I'm like, ain't no way. My Google Earth, I didn't go further enough back on my Google Earth to actually see that was the road. But I seen the sign that says, hey, this is the road. But I knew that I'm supposed to see a police station. So as I get up the road, which I had to stop because it was 2 cars right there, so I had to stop and let them by because there was no way I was gonna make the turn. So cars were behind me, so that light came and went, and when it turned red, I went on ahead and I turned. So I said, okay, there's a police station. Now mind you, had I not looked at Google Earth, I would have been in trouble because it just stops like you've arrived at your location. No, I haven't. This is a police station. I have no business in a flatbed truck at a police station unless they're constructing or erecting a police station. So I said, all right, cool. I know I'm supposed to bust this right. I'm gonna see a gate. Boom, there's the gate. Security guard. Write my license plate number down, company, whoop-de-whoop. Opens the gate, let me in. So she's like, how may I help you? I'm like, I was told I'm coming over here to pick up some pipe. She was like, you have any paperwork? I said, no, I don't have any paperwork. So I pulled out my app, showed her the description. She was looking. She was like, I don't really see anything that tells me where you should go. So what I want you to do is just go on down the road. There's a stop sign. I'll tell them that you're here and somebody should be able to assist you. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm driving. So by this point, I'm starting to panic because I'm thinking, dummy, you were supposed to go to the pipe place, pick the pipe up, and bring the pipe over here because they're constructing something. But I'm like, that's not what I heard. That's not what I read. Dispatch specifically said, hey, you're going here to pick up here, and you're going to go back over here and drop off. Even when it reads, that's what it says. Now what threw me off is it was a load number attached to it. Security guard and asked for a load number. And I said, man. So the whole time I'm on the phone with one of my partners, I'm like, man, I done messed up. Like, for the second day in a row, I have a complete lapse in focus. So as I'm driving, I see 2 guys, construction. They like, hey, stop. We're trying to get the tractor out. Whoop-de-whoop. So I said, you know what? I'm going to walk down to the stop sign. It should be somebody down here to help me. Walk down to the stop sign. Nobody's there to help. Stay down there a few minutes. So then I walk back up. So I see a guy hanging off the side of my truck. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's probably the guy I need to talk to. I say, hey, man, who's in charge? I need help. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. He's like, he's trying to help me, but at the same time, he's like, well, hey, man, can you, like, move the truck over so I can get by? He's like, you can go down here to the stop sign and you'll be able to turn around there. So I'm like, all right, cool. Drive down to the stop sign. Get out. Because the guy pulled back up in his truck again. He was like, hey, just walk over there to that office. There should be somebody in there to help you. So now I'm kind of thinking like, well, maybe I am in the right spot. So they know what's going on. So I get out. A guy's sitting over in the truck. I'm like, okay, well, there's the guy that I need to talk to. Like, he's getting out. He has his, he has the look of a general foreman, contractor, somebody important. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we're carrying on the conversation, but he doesn't know either. So two guys come up on a side by side. Like, hey man, how can we help you? I said, I'm supposed to be picking up some pipe going back to Bessemer, Alabama. They say, who are you here for? I tell him. He's like, well, you're in the right place. We just don't know if you're supposed to be picking up for the construction side or if you're supposed to be picking up for the waterworks side, because I'm in a water filtration complex. Or however you want to, say it. So he said, you got a phone number to call? So I give him the phone number. They call, and he says, okay, they said a guy's going to come out here. So by the time he says that, another guy says, what are you supposed to be picking up? I said, I'm picking up some pipe. I'm taking it back to Bessemer again. It's like, oh, that's us. Yeah, we got a busted pipe. Yeah, we're gonna take that back. Yeah. Just stay where you're at. We're gonna go get the lift. Maybe we can bring it to you. Cause they was like, where is it at? Man, it's out there by the road. Now when they say out there by the road, they talking about like US 280. I'm in the truck. I've reached as far as I can drive. So the guy, they said, just stay right there. So they drive by. About 10 minutes go by, he comes back. I asked him, how many pieces of dunnage do I need? He said, just 2 pieces should be cool. I said, I bet. Guy comes back and said, I got some bad news. I said, what's up? Can't bring the pipe up here. You're going to have to go back out on 280 and just find somewhere to turn around. And you see that gravel road out there? I was like, yeah, you're going to have to come back there. I'm like, all right. So if anybody knows 280 runs into 2059 and, all that stuff like that. So I get back on 280. I'm looking. I don't see anywhere I feel comfortable with turning around. So I hop on, 31? Yeah, 31 west, east, whatever. Come around and get on 2059, and I hop on 65. And I said, I know I can turn around down here at Finley Boulevard. Get to Finley Boulevard, turn around. Riding back, get back on 2059 again, going back to 280. I was in the furthest left lane, and I needed to get over to the farthest right lane. 5 lanes. Rush hour traffic. Couldn't get over. I said, but I kind of know Birmingham a little bit because of my trainer. He was from Birmingham, so I kind of rolled through there, kind of knew some of the places you could turn. So I get to the exit for Tallapoosa Street. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's a not a truck stop, but it's a place trucks can park down here, and it's a Nucor in the area. So I say, hey, I'll turn around right here. Turn around right there. Get back going. Get back down there. And I pull over on the side of the road. I actually pull over at a gravel road that was before that. And so, like, right at that time, I'm assuming the guys thought that I had been there that entire period of time. Little did they know I had just arrived when the guy came back down in the side-by-side. So I pull up. Pull up, and they load the pipe, strap it down, get over here to the place. I left the truck stop at 9:30. It took me 3.5, almost 4 hours to make it back here. On something that grand total was supposed to be 52 minutes. 52 minutes. What a day, man. Look, I'm going home, man. Going to the house. Tomorrow, I'm going to do what I need to do with my truck. Hopefully, I can figure it out. If not, Friday, take it by the Freightliner. Or if I can't figure it out tomorrow early, I'm going to go ahead and take it to the Freightliner and see what's going on. And I'm enjoying my time off, man. It's been a rough 2 days, man. Self-inflicted to an extent. Self-inflicted to an extent, but it's been a rough 48 hours, man. I don't know. Anyway, man, y'all be safe, man. Hopefully they call me up here, man. I can get this pipe off me, man, and I'm going to head home, man. I'm beat. But y'all be safe, man. I'm going to get back with y'all later, man.